from the Chicago O'Hare International Airport during a 4-hour layover. If you don't want to watch this entire vlog in one sitting, check the description below to find the timestamps for when each of the day starts. This way you can easily come back later and continue from where you left off. So there might be some things you have questions about, such as the fact as why is this video called weeks 5 and 6 instead of just week 5? Also, why did it take so long to come out? Also, why was there pretty much nothing for the last several days? When I got back from my trip, pretty much everything I've been doing for a few days has been just recovering, getting my sleep schedule fixed, and also getting back into editing videos and such. So there's really been nothing happening. Like, pretty much every day, what I've been doing is recording Phoenix Wright stuff with Rhino, and we record each case in one session each. So pretty much every day when we do that, pretty much the entire day is Phoenix Wright. So there really is nothing going on around here. So I figured it would be better to just combine the 2 weeks into one video instead of having one vlog be 7 minutes of me saying every day, Monday, nothing happened today, sorry. Tuesday, nothing happened today either. Wednesday, so on and so forth. So that's why the weeks are just kind of merging for this video. It probably won't happen too often. It's just, there's really been nothing since I'm getting back to the videos. There are a couple things I want to go over real quick though. Since I got back a couple days ago, a project that I've been working on for a while, I finally opened up voice acting casting calls. So if you want to audition for a voice acting thing, it's an MLP related series. You can find a bit more detail on it, but I'm trying to keep a lot of facts secret. If you want to find out more about it, just check the description below. There will be a link to the casting club or castingcall.club website where you can audition for it. The deadline is basically midnight on the last day of April. Like, you have basically until May to audition. But yeah, we're looking for auditions for that. And aside from that, I've also been doing a lot more script writing for this, because I'm trying to get this going. Because this has been in the works for, like, honestly, like, if we want to go back to the very beginning, this has been in the works for literal years. This particular idea has been in the works for several months now, this particular incarnation of it. So I'm trying to get a lot more work done on that while also keeping up with videos. So not a lot interesting has happened. Hopefully that'll change soon, especially since I know that relatively soon the Deadpool movie is coming out, like in the next few days. Gonna hopefully go and see that. I don't know if that'll be happening in this week's vlog or the next one, but either way it'll happen sometime soon. Now I want to talk a little bit about things that happened kind of off camera when I was at PAX. Basically, as I went over when I was with Jero, there's the PAX Pokemon League, which is basically, you know, fighting people who are, like, fighting professional Pokemon trainers as gym leaders, basically, in Pokemon X and Y or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I didn't know about this before I went there, so I only had my casual playthrough team. I ended up getting 6 badges total, 1 being from a trivia question, the other 5 being from beating gym leaders, which I think is good, I'll say. But aside from that, that's pretty much all I did at PAX, aside from what you saw on screen, because there were not a lot of panels I was interested in. There was the Rooster Teeth panel and the Loading Ready Run panel, but that was honestly it. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of PAX I was really familiar with, and there wasn't anybody to meet up with besides Jero, so that's how that went. Speaking of Jero, one thing we were hoping to do was do some recording for a game, so I had brought a lot of my equipment. I brought my Elgato capture card, I brought an extra copy of the game, a controller, I brought my microphone and all the cables for that sort of stuff. We ended up not recording it because he wasn't able to bring the console, but thing is, on the way over there, it was all fine, like, at security and whatnot. On the way back, though, when the suitcase was going through, like, the x-ray machine, they noticed the microphone and the little microphone stand, and they weren't sure, like, what it was. So they kind of pulled it aside and put it on different conveyor belts so that they could, like, verify its contents and such. So there's, like, this little, like, conveyor belt with, like, some suitcases on it coming down. And the security lady who's there, she picks up the one bag. It's the bag that's, like, right before mine. And she's like, who does this belong to? And it's like, she's trying to figure out whose that is. Like, mine's right behind it, bear in mind. Nobody comes forward. So what you would normally hope for is, especially since I'm standing right there, waiting, very clearly waiting for something, you would expect her to, unless she's not supposed to do this, you would expect her to, like, put it down for a moment, since she was like, who is this? Who does this belong to? Anybody? You'd expect her to, like, maybe put it down, go on to the next one, and then, like, try again or ask someone else. or just like have two people there at least so they can continue the line. Instead, for about 5 to 10 minutes, she keeps like just holding it up, saying, "Whose is this? Whose is this?" Like, just standing there holding it. Nobody's coming forward. It's very obvious that whoever it belongs to, they've been detained by something or they walked away without it. And mine's right there, and I'm like, "Excuse me, can I get my, like, I'm in a hurry, trying to get to the plane because I slept in like an extra hour and a half more than I was supposed to." But she doesn't like move on. She just like keeps holding it up, and I don't know what happened because eventually I just kind of got annoyed and like walked over to lean against a wall, and then later, like a minute later, she came over with my suitcase. So either she finally gave up or someone actually came and got it. But I don't know how airport security works, but if it worked the way that makes sense to me, you would not hold up a suitcase for 10 minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes, just going, "Whose is this? Whose is this? Whose is this?" until somebody eventually comes forward. You would either do something else in order to figure out who it belongs to, or you put it aside and move on, because other people kind of need to get to the fucking home country. Anyway, they just had to figure out what it was. I explained it, and surprisingly, they didn't find it suspicious that I said, "Oh, I have a microphone in my suitcase." But anyway, that's all it really was. Got on the plane. The entire trip, starting from waking up and getting back here, was almost exactly 12 hours. Like, I woke up in that time zone, which is, okay, going by to the time zone of where I currently am, it was 6:30 in the morning when I woke up. Immediately just went out, got a taxi, got to the airport, had to get through security and all that crap going on there. Got on the plane, rode the plane to the Chicago O'Hare International Airport, and then I had to go because there was a long layover there, like 4 hours. Then, got on the plane there, flew back to the airport here, went through customs, because, I'm in Canada, I was in the US, got to go through customs, things like that. It didn't take long, thankfully. But after that, we then had to catch the shuttle to get back to the car, and then drive back home, and then had to unpack everything. So, but the unpacking didn't really matter. But basically, the entire trip, from as soon as I woke up to the moment I walked in that door, it was, I think, 11 hours and 45 minutes. That was exhausting, and I don't think I'm going to be going to Texas again anytime soon. But anyway, yeah, that was my airport and PAX adventures. Anything interesting that happened off screen? The only other interesting thing that happened off camera at PAX that I can think of is, I don't know if I can really actually think of anything. Mostly just going around with Jero, getting things signed and whatnot, checking out booths and whatnot. I bought that Shovel Knight blush. Like that. I bought that. Aside from that, I don't think I really bought much of anything. A lot of stuff I brought, like my magic cards and things like that, never ended up using it because I couldn't find anyone who played the game during a time when I was not busy. So that's going to end it off for today, though, and I'll see you tomorrow with hopefully something interesting happening. Technically, it's 1 in the morning on Wednesday, but this is going in Tuesday's thing because this is the first thing I filmed today. And I guess I'm upholding the tradition of the second day of each week being basically nothing. Even though technically that's not true, it's just nothing was really filmed. But I've spent most of the day, did a fair bit of editing. I woke up late, did some editing, then I did a lot of recording for a couple hours for another Minecraft party board. But most of what I've been doing for the last couple hours has been going through the voice acting auditions, listening to everything, and kind of writing down my opinion on like the quality and things like that. Because at some point I'm going to kind of send that out to everyone who auditioned, or like, not all of it, but like give people feedback on it and see if they want to like change anything up maybe. But I've been doing that for a while for everyone who's auditioned so far. If you want to audition, there's still a chance obviously because you have until like the beginning of May. So if you go down in the description below, like I said earlier, you can find the link for auditioning. Gotten a lot of auditions so far, a lot of good ones, fair amount of bad ones, but going through it all. I've gone through everything there is so far, kind of sorted it out. Yeah, it's going pretty good. Hopefully more people audition because some roles still need, I still need more variety as well. But basically, aside from that, not a lot has happened today, so hopefully stuff happens tomorrow. Bye. Did a lot of recording, editing, and building today, and now it's like 3 in the morning and I'm going to go to sleep. Bye. 6:30 in the morning sounds like puppy time to me.
Say hello, puppy.
I was totally holding the camera upside down. If you have name suggestions, leave them in the comments below. No, don't bark.
Be a good girl. Be a good girl. Who's a good girl? Who's a puppy? Who's a puppy? I'm not a puppy. I think you're a puppy. You're a puppy. You're a puppy. You're a puppy. Don't bite the camera. The puppy wants to eat you. Puppy wants to eat you, viewers.
I should be writing right now.
About puppy. Don't chew my shirt. No. Chew this. Chew this.
She's trying to chew them both at the same time now. Now Pip wants in. Okay, let's see how this works out. Pip, do you just want to go up on the window again?
What's wrong? I'm here. I'm right here. I'm right here.
You're freaking whining, crying. As soon as I sit down, it's just like. Rawr, rawr.
Hi. Don't worry. Hello. Hello.
I don't think she likes the camera. I'm gonna put the camera away. Don't bite my finger. It's 4 a.m. and that means Happy Valentine's Day! I don't really care that much. Also, this means that this vlog is pretty much all going to consist of every day actually being recorded anywhere from 2 to 6 hours after it's technically the day after. So this vlog is like messing with the time stream, which may or may not cause a rift in the time-space continuum that swallows us all up and causes us all to die horrible, horrible deaths. Might be. Since nothing really happened today, I think I'm going to use this day to answer some questions. There only got a couple since the last vlog, since it has been a couple weeks, so people might have forgotten or whatever, but we got a couple questions, so let's start things off here. Generic Villager asks, do the other guys you record with do their own things on YouTube? Like, do they have their own channels? Yes and no. A lot of them do have their own channels, but I don't think a lot of them really do anything with it. Like, Tim, Spark, Dan, Enigma, and Jerry, I can already name off the top of my head. I know they have their own channels. So does Jero. But they don't do much with it. They do put up... Okay, I know Spark, Jerry, and Jero... Jerry puts up videos, I don't know how frequently, but he puts up stuff of him playing games and whatnot. I know Spark does the same thing even less frequently. Jero and Dan put stuff up if they ever get anything to put up, but that doesn't seem to be very often. Zero also has a channel, but pretty much all that he puts up on his channel is just his own recordings of the stuff he's in on my channel, like Mirror and Soul, Battle Block Theater, stuff like that, so it's kinda... yeah. And Tim has a channel, but he doesn't do anything with it at all. So, basically, the answer is yes, they have their own channels. A lot of them do. They don't do anything with it, though, so there's no point in really looking it up or anything. I know Enigma has been trying to do YouTube stuff, but aside from that, meh. Kate Solfdo, who I'm noticing very frequently in these comments, not that's a bad thing, I'm liking that. In the comment, she asks, why do you like Applejack so much, seeing as she's your DS cover and all? I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I don't understand with my Applejack mug, Applejack DS, Applejack poster, and 2 Applejack plushies, how you could possibly think that I like her so much. I swear the story behind those is a lot less obsessive than it really sounds. Also, how come I almost forgot the word obsessive? It is not that late. You know what's bad when 4 a.m. is not that late? Dan, to straight up just answer the question, I think Applejack is just one of those characters that I actually just mostly identify with. Like, you wouldn't know it really, but I'm a very work-obsessed person. I know, right? Shocking. I also have a big thing about honesty and things like that. And otherwise, it's mostly just... I think with Applejack, it's mostly a combination of the fact that we have similar personalities in a sense, but I'm more of a douche. And also the fact that she's like the only character that... Okay, no, she's not the only one that has never done this. She has the fewest amount of times caused me to, like, just roll my eyes or even just cringe or just... She annoys me the least. Because Rainbow Dash and Rarity, they are egotistical and I hate them. Fluttershy, her shyness is like really overdone. Twilight, Lesson Zero didn't do you any favors and you seem to be the go-to... I'm talking to her like she's real. Twilight seems to be the go-to character whenever they need someone to just act, like make a really stupid decision even though she's supposed to be the smart one. Pinkie Pie can be very grating and such, whereas the only bad thing... I've only... As far as I can remember, then again I haven't seen all of Season 5 yet, but Applejack has only really done 2 things that I saw as being completely wrong and to the point of being annoying. The first was in her, like, her first episode, Applebuck season, where she decided to never sleep so she could buck trees, and that caused a lot of problems. That annoyed me because even I don't go that far. And the second is in Some Pony to Watch Over Me, just the way she acts in the entire episode. Like, I am at the point where I want to believe that episode, in its entirety, is Apple Bloom retelling it and exaggerating horrendously. You know how there are some people who will take, like, the mysterious Mare-Dwell or Daring Don't and just pretend they never happened? I'm like that with Some Pony to Watch Over Me. I hate that episode. Not even just because it takes my favorite character and makes her just basically stupid, but also the fact that it just really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It was not a good episode, just in general. But anyway, point being, yeah. She's the least annoying, and also we share a lot of personality traits and such like that. The colors orange and yellow are also pretty good. And also, just to explain stuff so I don't seem too obsessed, I have an Applejack print up on the wall because I got that at like my first BronyCon, or not my first, but one of the first here. At the very top there. And I just got it because that's sort of like line down the front with like one personality and another personality, and then the text that could be like construed either way. I always like that. That's always really cool, so I picked that up because it was available. The DS cover I bought. I just bought it because I thought it looked cool and I liked it. Oh right, I actually have another Applejack print over there. Though to be fair, that one was bought as sort of a memory of one of the conventions, so that doesn't count. And then the mug was a Christmas gift, and then I have 2 plushies. I have one on the TV and I have one on the bed. I bought them both at conventions, and in both situations they were supposed to be a present for someone else, and then I found something else better, and then I ended up with both of them. So yes, I promise you, I am not obsessed. I do not have a problem. I really don't. Like, I'm not even just trying to make a joke here. I really don't. Okay, maybe I do have a bit of a problem. But yeah, there are no other questions here, so I think I'm going to end the... I went through like 5 different words in my head there, and I finally figured out day. I'm finally going to end the day off here. And tomorrow, I have no idea what's going to happen. I might just put a hammer in my mouth again. I really don't know what it is about holding a hammer. It just really makes me want to smash something. Maybe it's like the weight or something, but I just really want to smash something right now. And now we're capping off this week at 2 in the morning on what is technically Monday for Sunday's video. And I have my fans going in the background because it's actually really warm in here. A surprising amount of stuff happened today, none of which was really vlog-worthy. I finally made the announcement video saying that Cutemark Laboratories is going on hold, so if you weren't aware of that, now you are. it's gonna go on pause so I can work on Not Completely Equine for a little while. Speaking of which, I went through and took notes on pretty much every single audition so far and sent feedback to the voice actors if I felt there was like a little bit of stuff they could have done better. Just kind of give them a heads up, see if they can do even better. And the auditions still don't close for like 2.5 months, which is great. On the plus side, I only have to edit one more video and then a Minecraft party board, and then I will have everything edited for February, which gives me a little bit of free time, and I can start catching up on March. Or not catching up, but getting ahead. You get what I mean. So that has been this week. That has been today. Or technically it's been these past 2 weeks. This has just been the days where I constantly record past midnight, because really nothing's happened, because everything is just not completely equine right now. Hopefully starting next week things will get back to being interesting, because I'll be fixing my sleep schedule. Maybe I'll start going out for walks occasionally again, and maybe I'll be doing some other stuff. So, see you next week when it's hopefully less boring. But believe me, it was not nearly as boring for you as it was for me.